Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another exciting edition of Those Natural Ones. Before we get started today, we do have a few quick announcements. First, unfortunately, we are down a Chris today due to the flu. So feel better, Chris, and stay far away from the rest of us.
Get your flu shot.
Yeah, get
Okay,
your flu
start. We
shot.
can start.
We already did.
Everybody,
Hey, and
We're
there's
live.
Yeah, we're live.
you're live. I'm live.
Yeah. Anyway, so thank you all for joining us yet again for another exciting episode of Those Natural Ones, wherever you are watching us. Before we get started, a couple quick announcements. First off, next Friday is our next in-person sitting around a table, rolling real dice. Hopefully Chris will be feeling better by then. It's almost 2 weeks. He should be feeling better. And hopefully none of the rest of us get sick before then, so we can have the entire group around one table. That would be amazing. Other than that, I got nothing. Scott, do your thing, because I'm at a loss for words right now.
Hi, I'm Scott. We now have 647 YouTube subscribers. I did another 30 plus seconds of research on 647, which also happens to be another angel number. And, you know, first page of Google, I can pretty much mean anything that I want it to. You may be feeling overwhelmed or unsure about a particular decision. You're on the right life path and doing very well on all levels. But I'm going to change that. I'm going to pick the one that says, this is a signal of wants and desires. You have it all, and you will drink with the rich and mighty. Basically, all of my dreams are going to come true. And there's another one that says, you can create positive changes through manifesting. So I'm going to manifest two things. One, if you're watching videos in public on your phone, buy some fucking headphones. I mean, nobody wants to hear that. We don't want.
Hey, this time it was you, and you got to edit for yourself.
I know. Yeah, nobody wants to see your cousin's baby videos
For your conversation.
or listen
Honestly.
or listen to your TikTok guess my fart compilation. Except for me, I want to listen to that. So I'm going to manifest that, and then also I want everybody to check out our patreon.com/those natural ones. It's our preferred way to support the stream, and we love it. We love everybody that supports us. One of the benefits is a weekly shout out to everybody at our Meester levels. So once again, thank you for your continued patronage. Lesson Flora Marlat and Don Marlat. Check it out. Many levels to choose from, including Discord access all the way up through advertising. Lots of merch in between. It's patreon.com/those natural ones. Manifested as well.
Are those your levels, Sam? Are you doing the levels, the tiers?
Yeah, but I also have that. I'm not going to say it because it would be a lot of cursing right at the beginning of the episode, but there's a song, and the guy does this as he's singing it. And I'll just let anybody who knows know.
If you know, you know.
I've paved the way
don't
for
know.
first 5 minutes edited session editing. So
All right. Well, if you're not, first off, if you're not following us on or supporting us through Patreon, what the hell is wrong with you? Second off, if you're not, where else can they find us and support us, Emery?
Well, if you're not supporting us on Patreon, first of all, please, for the love of God, help us on Patreon.
Yeah, why do you hate us?
Much nicer way of putting it.
But we do also very much appreciate just liking our videos, subscribing, sharing, telling your friends on Twitch, YouTube, Trovo, Kick. You can chat with us or communicate with us on Facebook, on X or Twitter, whichever one you feel like calling it right now. On Threads, you can listen to the podcast only form wherever podcasts are disseminated. You can talk to and interact with Butch on Butch's blog on Tumblr. We have Tumblr. you can maybe share with your friends little snippets of our videos from TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Again, like our videos, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so that you never miss an episode. Share, tell your friends, everyone. We are trying. We're trying so hard
Exactly.
to at least get to 1,000.
Yeah, once we hit that 1,000.
Do you support Jeffrey Bezos? If you do, then don't forget to use your Prime membership. Subscribe to our Twitch for free. What a silly thing if you're not subscribing to our Twitch for free.
Absolutely.
Because
It's a
you can
free
do that,
sub.
but it's
You're already-
so much more fun than supporting Jeffrey Bezos.
You're already giving Jeffrey Bezos your firstborn child, so
Yeah.
Happy coincidence, Jeffrey Bezos also happens to sell lots of fucking headphones.
We're back on the headphones.
All right. Thank you, Lindsay and Emery, for that. I think that is just about it. Again, remember, next Friday, 7 p.m.
Congratulations.
Eastern Standard Time for our in-person sitting around a table. See, I didn't say live that time. I said in person. I used the right terminology. Go me.
Nice.
He can be taught.
It is still live, though.
It is still live,
It's
but
both.
every show is live. So,
Live and in person.
Sam, what happened?
Huh?
Sam, what happened last week?
So, sorry, my dog put her head in my lap, and that was quite distracting. After we landed back in the Feywilds, we continued our flight towards Sinalestra, where the Unseelie Court is potentially located. Sid is still hoping that we deal with Nintra to release him and his crew from their obligations. As we flew, we noticed around a mile away from us movement in the canopy. These glowing lights in the distance turned out to be pixies. My favorite. As the only crew member who knew Sylvan fluently, Gwen attempted to negotiate and failed miserably.
Oh my god, those were the
Combat.
worst rolls ever.
Gwen will now only serve as translator. Fuck everything else. Oops, sorry. Screw everything else. Sorry, Scott.
Official note.
We're
An
way past
official
5 minutes. You're
note.
fine.
Are we? I have no idea anymore.
Yeah, no, it's 8:39.
I just panicked for the first 20 and then we say After the negotiations failed, combat ensued with the tiny pixies being taken out rather easily while their summoned earthen mounds of vines and hunger tried to take us out. We succeeded and ended the session shortly after the battle resolved. Still on the ship, still in the air, and day 2 in the Feywilds, maybe still the 7th? Who knows? This is tortured.
Yeah, it is
Time
only
as hell.
Yeah, time is hell. It is only your second day of being awake, I guess, in the Feywild. So, let's pick up right there. You just finished dealing with these shambling mounds of earth and vine, and tiny little pixies. Arnon one, shook one to death, basically. As you see this mound of debris on the deck, what are you guys doing?
Gwen, did you get all the samples you wanted?
I think towards the end of last session I was actively braiding some of the vines into my hair.
Of course.
So yeah, I think that was the most. I contemplated impaling a pixie on one of the antlers, and I was like, that might not be the most friendly message, so I just decided against that.
I sat down on the deck, just shook my head.
All right. Butch, I
Start
I'm gonna-
petting my dead pixie. Oh wait,
Oh,
no,
God.
put that in the pocket. Start petting the mouse.
Oh
And just
no!
like-
I forgot you just kept that.
Butch is going to be
That's
helping
some
to
one
clear out.
vibes right there.
And Arden says we're not friends.
Body parts.
I wouldn't use the F word with you, Gwen. You're too special.
Gwen just falls over.
Butch is taking the shrubberies and throwing them over the side.
Cleaning.
Hey, those
actively
are
cleaning
people
up.
too.
I will.
Hey, bye.
I will not just assist, but I would like to basically light them on fire as they go over.
Okay, so clarification. You said as they go over, you're lighting them on fire.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Now,
So
not
you
while
are
they're still on deck.
So just to clarify, we're throwing this debris off the side of the ship. You are setting it on fire as it plummets down towards the canopy of a forest below you.
I don't think it's a good idea, Butch says.
How are you trying to? Are
Do
you
I-
act?
Do I commit to doing it? Because, like, me doing that would basically be me casting firebolt, like, right as it tips over.
You skeet shooting it with firebolt, basically.
Basically.
How big of a fire is that?
Little
I
John
mean,
on the bus
it-
goes skeet, skeet, skeet. Skeet, skeet, skeet. Skeet, skeet, skeet.
It's a very different skeet. That's a very different skeet.
That's highly frowned
Aw.
upon.
I mean, you get
It's
the
not a very
captain.
big fire.
You get the captain watching you throwing flame. You might get both kinds of skeet.
Oh no.
Somebody kill me.
Okay.
No, no.
Like
no,
Shakespearean kill?
no.
Please.
Because Shakespearean's kill actually
Promise?
still goes with this line. This actually still goes. Come on, theater. You know I'm right.
Oh, I don't have it.
You're not wrong.
All right.
I'm lighting it. I'm lighting it on fire. Okay, I'm lighting one on fire, and then after Butch says something, it's like, okay, maybe just the one. The rest of them we'll just toss over.
Go ahead.
Can
and roll.
I try to gust of wind it out?
Oh, no, no.
Or
don't do that.
druid craft it out because
Don't
that can
do
snuff out a
that.
small flame. If I can druid craft, I'd rather do that, but I figured I might not be allowed to do that, so that's why I said gust of wind.
What's the range on Druidcraft?
Hold on, I don't have it in Foundry.
Pretty sure it's touch, maybe.
I fucked up.
How close is he to me?
How close are you to Butch?
Are you helping me? Are you right next to me?
For like the thing going overboard,
Yeah.
I'd say I'd be
That's 30 feet.
maybe 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I'm within 5 feet of you.
All right.
Elric, roll me a d100.
Oh,
I'm going to use my thaumaturgy as it goes over
That's fine.
to at least dim the flame.
I'm gonna send you Lil Jon vibes to make it go well. Walk through the town.
So this is happening. 53.
All right. Luckily, it seems to, between the thaumaturgy and the druidcraft and everything, the flames seem to be pretty much put out before the shambling mass hits anything flammable on the surface below.
Elric, I believe there are deities who live here. Let's not burn down their home.
At least he
least
didn't
let's-
say, how many hit points do you have?
All right. I'm not going to burn down their home
Elric, roll me 1d4.
today.
Elric,
1d4?
1d4, please.
I'm rolling insight on Elric. I want to know how he's feeling.
3, thank you.
Yeah, that's a 3.
Fantastic.
Oh, you want to know how I'm feeling?
Yeah, I mean, Butch is rolling his insight because he's trying to get some deeper. He's trying to like read your face. He's trying to pick up what you're emoting unconsciously.
Oh man, I could paint such a better picture if you had telepathy, but you can
Sorry, I'm
see.
not Gwen,
Yeah, you're not Gwen. Um,
but I've
You
got a
can
very
tell-
high wisdom.
you can tell from my face that I am generally upset. um,
Generally upset.
yeah, generally upset. Uh, you can tell that just by looking at my face. Elric doesn't like it here. Elric does not like it here at all, and he would really like to get the fuck out.
Okay, Butch says, Elric, you're my most favorite wizard. I have a profound and deep respect for you. I also do not like it here. But this isn't our home, and I don't want to wreck their home because they will wreck us. And we have to finish our mission.
Butch, I might need you to regularly why I shouldn't burn this entire plane to the ground. Because the Feywild is doing a very good job of giving me reasons why I should.
I understand. Though probably would be better to try and freeze it.
Don't tempt me.
Note to self, I need to make little coupons for hugs.
Oh no.
So-
Butch doesn't know those don't work on him.
No, Butch knows. I rolled pretty well on that insight.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You
As you-
get it, kind of.
As the ship continues, as you guys are having this conversation, everyone go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh dear.
Gwen can't see shit.
No, 15. Butch is feeling okay.
Anybody want to roll for Orpheus?
Orpheus and the captain are currently otherwise engaged.
Okay.
Roll for
It is now?
jealousy.
Roll for jealous. Oh no.
Jealousy? No,
Roll
Rhett.
for what the fuck?
Rhett, you are one of the most independent and confident people I know. If anyone
That's
would
why I wanna
not
be
be
there.
jealous, okay, that's fair. I think that's
Yes.
more FOMO.
Just a knock
That's
on
fair.
the door. He'll be waiting for you.
Oh, Jesus. Hey,
Oh my god, please somebody do that AI art.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Like, how is that not happening?
Rhett, I
Oh
need
my
a...
gosh.
In roller skates. We all have
Oh
to be
my
in roller
God.
skates.
I need a perception check, please.
You
Oh
can only
shit.
get one
man.
Suzanne Summers.
And Butch is holding the door, standing outside.
By the way, for
feeling
some
it.
reason my ear heard that as soothsand Southers, like soothsayer. I don't know. I don't
Soothsayer
know.
Summers?
A thing can be two things.
Oh no, would that make Butch the
You said
Suzanne?
perception, right?
No.
I'm sorry.
Yes, perception. Oh, finally, somebody with a decent roll.
That was a 28.
Yeah.
Do yeah.
Hey,
Um,
15's not terrible. It's not
Elric,
28.
Elric and Gwen, you guys are too busy clearing off shit and debating whether or not to set more things on fire.
Yeah.
Arnon and Butch, as the ship continues going forward, the two of you start seeing in the distance a small clearing coming into focus that you guys are more or less going to fly right over.
Hey,
oh
we
my
do
Jesus.
good with clearings.
Yeah. Rhett, with your super perceptive eyes, you notice
My beautiful eyes.
Your
My
beaut-
special eyes.
your beautiful special eyes. No, you
Your
notice
friends.
you can see into this clearing, and you see it's kind of difficult to see from this distance, but you rolled a 28, so you see
Yeah.
almost looks like a bunch of little pink dots at first, kind of spread around inside this clearing. The clearing itself, like you said, you're still probably about a mile or so away from this clearing, but you can imagine it's probably about 50-foot diameter, mostly circular. And throughout it, you see probably, you can make out maybe 11, 10, how many? 11 very, very tiny, like, pink dots. And at first you kind of think it's...
Now, are they like light up? Is it like firefly type?
No, these are
dots?
just... There's no, like, illumination to them. It's just the only way you can really see it is, like, the contrast in color between the green grass and then these little pink dots. And
Am I having a stroke?
you might be. I mean...
Oh no.
Do you smell burnt toast?
I always smell burnt toast
That's my secret.
because I make a lot of toast.
That's my secret. I always smell
It's my
toast.
secret.
Oh,
I always
burnt
smell
toast.
toast. That's my banner move.
Yep.
That's not a good move.
All right, I'm just gonna say group. Like, I'm just to the group. Do you guys see those pink dots?
At this distance,
Do I?
no. With your guys' rolls and at this distance, you don't really see it. Arnon
How do
and
I feel about the dots? How do I feel about the dots? Like, do I feel like, am I concerned or am I curious?
you tell me. I mean, you see pink dots. You're in the Feywild. You see lots of random weird colors everywhere anyway. You see an open clearing and you see a bunch of pink dots in it.
And this place
y'all.
has been nothing but terrible.
We should probably
There's
avoid it.
An open clearing with a bunch of pink dots.
Yeah,
Does
we should
anyone? I
avoid
mean,
that.
do you want to like? Does anybody have a
And,
familiar that they'd like
like-
to? I don't know. Take a gander.
It's
Sounds
it's
cool
kind
over
of
there.
familiar.
it's kind of hard to judge from this distance, but as you approach closer, you would notice, or you would start seeing that these dots, probably 4 or 5 inches in diameter, roughly. And you do notice every once in a while, one of them will kind of like move quickly. And then another one will kind of like jump from one side or from one spot to maybe like a foot away from it.
Gwen, do you think it's possible that those
I don't
pink
know if I like
dots
these frog bubbles.
are a pox that has been awakened? Because it's possibly a living, intelligent disease.
You don't know how badly I want that to be true. And because of that, I don't think it is that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Mhm. The ship is still
I-
continuing to move in that general direction.
I would like to ready my familiar, Edgar the Raven.
As you draw him like
How's
a
he
blade.
looking? How's he looking?
Is that someone that looks more like a craven?
Why?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a poor, sweet, innocent Edgar.
I want to play a
You
whole
deserve
campaign
some-
just talking like that.
Edward
No.
Craven.
Hey, I have a question. So even though this is Emery's technically like his beast and familiar, would I be able to use beast sense to also see what he's seeing? Is that possible?
No,
or
because it's not a beast.
Okay.
It's just it's a fairy-like creature in the shape of a beast.
okay. Thought I'd ask.
Yep.
It might be useful once we touch ground.
Now, so it
Ready to
doesn't
touch
count as an
grass.
animal then either.
No.
Okay.
Familiars are kind of weird like that.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I just figured I'd clarify just in case there's like some loophole that would be helpful for us to like communicate easier, but the bigs.
So you're ready and you're familiar to do what exactly?
To take a closer look once we get within at least 100 feet.
Okay. If nobody is doing anything else, the ship does continue towards there.
Hey, Arnon, I don't suppose you stole a spyglass.
No, but you could ask that windy douchebag for one.
The gadoosh bag?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Which one's the gadoosh bag and which one's the douche canoe?
Oh no.
You want the windy guy.
No, that's a gun. No, I'm good.
You can look through it.
I don't want to point a gun at something down there. That seems like a bad idea.
Just put your finger in the end. It'll be
It's
fine.
bad optics, if you'll pardon the pun.
Just point a gun at it. It'll be fine.
Fine, be fine.
As you approach and you get within about, at this point, you would be closing in to about 100 feet or so, give or take the distance to the ground. Or are you just trying to get to where you could fly over it and change vision?
Oh, Rhett. Do you have a small book of pickup lines that might help us?
You mean my brain?
And you're very good at talking.
I do have that silver tongue.
Let's maybe put Rhett out in front.
I've heard good things.
Red, I will happily translate on your behalf, but I shall not speak any word of my own volition.
Rhett, as you guys approach, you start noticing that, oddly enough, the joke that you made was accurate. As soon as you get closer, you do notice that these are large pink toads that are kind of hopping from spot to spot.
Oh, thank God it's
Amazing.
not a disease.
Go lick one.
Told you, Butch.
And you guys look down and you see that there's about 11 of them. Everybody go ahead and make another perception check now that you're there.
I feel like there should be a dialogue choice that pops up where we can just use skip.
Can I perceive with my raven?
Sure. If you would like to fly over with Edgar, the malformed raven.
But you
The
got a
MILF
23
the
to
MILF
notice
raven?
stuff. No.
That's a very different raven.
He can be whatever he believes he can be. You know?
Indeed. I will say, like I said,
Oh, Butch and I did all right.
yeah, Rhett and Butch specifically, you guys notice, you can see that there are 11 scattered throughout this clearing, and you notice that something strange in the middle of the clearing. You see, like right in
In the
this
neighborhood.
in the center, you see a small patch of disturbed earth, almost like the ground covering the grass and the foliage. There's one small spot that's maybe about just under a foot in diameter that seems to be disturbed, like almost like something has been dug there.
Dig Dug has been
But-
here.
You see?
Yeah.
Dig up. I'm just gonna kind of like nudge Butch, be like, "You see that?"
Yeah, it's weird. There was a hole. There's a hole there, and there's frogs there. Or are they
Hmm.
toads? Are they toads or are they frogs? You'd think I would know. I've got nature.
Frogs. I mean,
Frogs.
DM
All right.
said frogs.
So this
I
is
thought
not
I-
something involving nobility because those aren't toads.
I thought I said toad. Whichever one
Did
doesn't.
you? You
I
may
don't
have
know.
said both.
I think I might have said both, but either way,
Oh, you did say toads, so they
which-
could be toadies. In which
which-
case, we could have nobles here.
whichever
How
one
many
does
West
not.
Africans are there?
I can never remember which one does not need to live in water. I think
Toads.
that's toads. Yeah.
It's toads.
There's also
Toads.
there's
All right.
also a wet sprocket that's sitting right next to him.
Could be useful.
No,
A what? What?
no.
It's the wet.
Sorry.
No,
yeah.
I
know-
said that joke. Like I got you, Nick.
I
Like,
know.
was like,
Yeah, I know you got it, but no, nobody else got
Get
it.
No, I got it.
Sam's too young for that.
I
Oh my
I
gosh.
quit.
I
quit.
like I make so many jokes that I am apparently too young for. Like
Stop gatekeeping.
we're barely old enough to know Toad in the Woods. Like we're
Whatever. That was the
barely.
90s. That's fine. Anyway, you like I said, you see the like 11 pink toads wandering about, and you see the maybe
11 toads a toading.
foot diameter of disturbed earth there in the middle. And
Okay, I don't even need to roll my survival to know the pink toads aren't normal, but this is the Feywild.
this is the
Arnon,
Right,
are
it might be
pink
normal
toads
for
normal
here.
here?
You should lick it.
You don't know.
Ooh.
Oh, can I do a nature check to feel like I would think it's safe to lick these?
You can certainly try.
It is not safe
You know,
to
why
lick
not,
them.
you guys? Why?
It's not safe. It's not safe.
I say go
It's
for it.
gonna be a really, I mean, because my
If
nature
there's
checks are
one thing I
not
know
good.
about the Feywild, it's you should lick every toad you see.
Well, we have Arnon's blessing.
Yeah, I got a 17.
I don't think they have a ladder
I
sturdy enough
mean,
to hold me.
Have you ever?
Maybe.
Pink toad is definitely not natural. You can only imagine what's going to happen if you lick it.
Gwen, you probably want some of those for your elixirs.
Ooh,
I'm not opposed to it.
wait, hold on. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? I want to talk to them. We can speak with animals.
It's true.
Idiot.
Oh my god, you have that spell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's fantastic.
What are we doing here?
Let's stop the boat.
Ask if they'll spit into this little vial.
Like me.
Lick me.
No.
Sit here.
No. Hold on, I'm trying to find my six name. I like
Can-
literally just had it.
Oh,
Toads
that's
spit.
obnoxious.
I'm sure you have it
Here
between
it is.
being a
That's
ranger
good
and a bard.
question.
It's like the best possible spell for you. Talking to
Ah,
animals.
sorry,
Using your
Right.
bardic
Sorry,
powers.
everybody, that I
So
just
first-
blew their eardrums out with that noise.
So first, do I want to do I hear them speaking before I speak to them? Are they
Why are
speaking, or
we-
is it just a bunch of Budweiser?
You don't notice any noises or any words or anything. You just hear just that lick me.
All right. So I'm just be like, hello there, friends.
Are we still on the ship?
I think so.
Yes, you are.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
I want to do this ship.
Yeah, we gotta get the boat to stop.
Okay, well, I'm still.
So you're telling them
Look,
to
can I
You're
wait?
bad
Can
at
I-
that.
you're telling them to stop the boat over this clearing.
I know how to stop a boat. You set the sails on fire.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Are we interested in speaking with these toads that I found?
I mean, they're kind of a big deal right
Team?
now.
I
I mean, 'cause
support your
that's
interest.
all we're seeing right now. We
Are
see
you
11 toads a toading. Would we
You're
like
gonna
to?
ask for consent to lick them?
I'm gonna try to have a conversation.
Uh,
But I'm not gonna. Hey, you know, I mean, I don't know where it's gonna
straight
lead.
to licking. You gotta talk first.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta, before I break out the silver tongue for licking, I have to use it for talking.
Don't judge other beings' culture.
I'm not gonna.
Silver
I want to learn
tongue
first.
in-
Learn first, lick later. We all
Wow.
know that.
that should go on
Wow.
a shirt. Learn first, lick later.
But,
Phrasing.
I suppose we're asking the captain to stop.
All right. So you asked the
I
captain.
am asking the group if that's something that we feel is
Yes.
great.
Yes, let's hopefully have one good interaction here.
Hey,
Gwen is
hey,
certain this
Captain
one in
Firepants, stop the ship. We want to talk to these toads.
All right. Putting her into hover.
Nice. I did not prepare purified food though.
How high up are we now that he stopped it?
Probably, I'd say he swooped down to maybe you're like 50 foot above.
All right.
So can we like rappel down safely?
It's either that or I use Featherfall.
Or you just hand me the rope. I'll just hold it.'ll be fine.
I'm gonna use
Zip line
Featherfall.
down.
Just lean over the edge and say hello.
You can feather. Does that affect just you or like everybody?
Featherfall,
let's
what,
see.
10 people or something ridiculous
Up
like
to
that?
5 creatures within range.
Do I count as
Yeah, I'll
one
feather.
creature?
Yes, you do.
Mm,
1,
I mean,
2, 3,
does
4,
that-
5. Hey,
Does
it's
that
elves.
cover all of us? Because if not, I can use my fly.
That covers all of us, except for the Craven, but it can fly already.
All right.
That's 1,
Cool.
2,
What?
3, 4, 5. Yeah, that covers all of us.
Let's go.
I'm going to leave a rope tied for the journey back.
Probably smart.
Fantastic. All right, so you all start descending into this. That's disgusting. Sorry. You start descending into this clearing. No, something I was looking at. Sorry.
Thanks.
Takes a couple seconds, and then you touch down in this clearing. You see these frogs kind of meandering around.
I'm rolling nature to examine the frogs.
Go ahead.
Now
and,
I'm
Two.
saying hello, friends. Now that we're down there.
let me check one thing real quick. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, guys.
This frog pause brought to you by an investor
Frogs!
and
Square
or,
pods. Get some.
Yeah.
square pods.
Yeah.
Get some. So that Scott can be happy.
Yes.
Yeah, so you go up and you say, hello, friends.
Yeah.
Like me or die.
Like me or die. Notice
ground
there
opens
was like,
up.
That's not what I anticipated.
It's
hello.
one giant mimic.
Hello. Hello.
All right. Are we just gonna say hello 11 times?
I might.
Just all of them saying it. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Mine?
Hello.
Mine?
Mine?
Mine.
Where did it go?
So how do they like, are the hellos like, are they intrigued? Are
You
they
can make
confused?
a
Are they
insight.
concerned?
You can make an insight check.
They're in harmony. It's like a hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Insight. Where
Most
are you?
musical of toads.
Oh, there you are.
It's a toadicle.
Well, there's that wet sprocket there, so
They seem
24.
with a 24. They seem just indifferent. Indifferent to you, just kind of doing their toady thing.
Right. How about? Sorry.
Arnon, you should investigate that hole.
there's a hole.
Actually,
help
yeah.
you.
I want to ask them if they know what is beneath the fresh earth.
Can I help Arnon investigate the hole?
It's been
Well,
there.
let's ask some permission first. Maybe they'll tell us.
It's
Like,
been-
hold
It's
on.
not their hole.
It's been there as long
It
as
might be.
It's been there as long as we've been here.
How long have you been here?
As long as I can remember.
How long can you remember?
I have no concept of time. I'm a pink fucking frog.
Oh,
10 seconds, like
Hey,
a
buddy.
goldfish.
Hey, buddy. You don't have to like. We're not here to be hostile. We're just. We're adventurers, and we're just curious about your surroundings.
I've
I'm gonna talk to this toad. What's up, Toad? What's up with that hole, Toad?
I just hope that every toad is just doing like DJ Khaled, like every all I do is win, 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 no matter what. They just like throw my hands up.
Yeah, they stay there. No.
Toad in a hole. Now I'm hungry.
What's up with that hole, Toad?
Would you
I
since
produce Entourage.
it's fresh earth, would you be open to my friends and I investigating further? Would that be all right with you?
I don't care.
Do any of your friends care? We don't want to impose.
Hey guys, do you care if they check the hole? I don't care. No, it's not my hole. I
Okay,
think
so
they're okay.
2 of 11 say that we're okay.
2 of 11
guys.
toads would recommend.
2 out of 11 toads say that we can. 2 out of 11 pink toads. I don't know the lick status yet.
Okay.
However, 2 out of 11 toads say that we can investigate this fresh earth further. They don't care.
5 of 6 dentists recommend licking this toad.
One of the toads. So all of you are down there in this area, or at least the five of you.
I'm gonna stay
You all-
above the hole just in case.
You're not touching down. Are you casting like
well-
levitate or something on yourself?
Well, just to be clear, so we got off the ship.
Yeah.
We're on the ground talking to the toads,
Yeah.
and there's a hole.
Well, no, there's not a hole. There's a foot diameter of
Fresh
freshly
earth.
Yeah, like
Disturbed
earth, basically. It's not a hole. It looks
Is
like
it grave sized?
It's about to be a hole.
I don't know. Is
We're gonna-
is a grave a
gonna-
foot in diameter?
Tiny grave.
Is it
Depends
for
on
a
what kind of
pixie?
grave it is. Maybe it's
I
a
mean, it
pixie.
could be.
Exactly.
That is possible, I guess.
6 inches down instead of 6 feet. I'll bury him.
But you all see these little pink toads, and a couple of them kind of hop a little closer to you. They're all kind of keeping their distance of a few feet, but a couple of them are seeming a little curious and start hopping a little bit closer to the legs of
guys.
some of you.
Okay.
Curiosity killed the toad.
I'll pull up the rear. Let's say that.
Okay.
Gonna stick to the back.
So,
There's a mound in the center of the clearing.
was somebody investigating the hole? Or
Yeah,
the
I mean,
the earth?
I'm
I will
trying to help
also
Arnon.
investigate.
Oh, I didn't
So
realize
you're
the game was
helping me,
paused.
Butch?
I'm trying to.
24. 31. Damn.
It's a
Arnie.
31 with
Oh, wow.
Butch's help.
All right. So between that, the three of you standing around this hole, you start kind of like sifting through the dirt, and with a fucking 31.
That's some dirt.
Yeah. No, you make it probably about close to a foot down as well before you start hitting like actual packed earth. You're easily able to pull out all of the loose, like disturbed earth. You kind of start sifting through it a little bit. And with a 31, you do find almost like the husk of some small like seed or something.
Is this
Like a
disturbed
bean?
earth down
Like
with
pos-
any sort of sickness? Like, would we be concerned about that?
Yeah. Possibly
Yeah?
possibly
Okay.
a bean husk.
Hmm.
They're using
Wait,
the beans.
we concerned if like whether or not we get stupefied from that, or
Don't Saturday Night
I'm
Live
just
the joke.
ignoring all my disturbed jokes at this point.
And just from around
Gentlemen,
you
thoughts?
you hear the chorus of from these pink toads.
Hey, Albert, do any of those beans make toads?
It didn't occur to me until now, but yes.
Road beans.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm gonna investigate for tracks leading away.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check again.
Can I help him?
Sure.
Right,
This is where I cast locate object.
That's a 28 that time.
The 28, you can see it's very, very, very faint, but you see tiny little footprints with a extremely long gait, which you can imagine comes from a very quick rate of travel. Running in from basically following the same direction that you guys have been traveling. Then you see quite a bit of shuffling footprints around the disturbed earth, and then a straight line straight out, kind of still following the same direction that you were traveling.
Well,
Like, should we
Elric?
collect these toads?
whatever was here went that away.
I'm gonna cast locate object.
Okay. So that's a range of what, 1,000 feet?
Yep.
For a split second, you get a ping in the direction that Arnon points, and then it disappears.
Oh, I dart off in that direction.
Oh, I'm following.
You might want to tell Sid. Send something to Sid. Let him know.
You dart off, but
I'm gonna ask these toads if they want to come with us.
you dart off, but it's gone. You can't catch.
They don't care. Just pick them up.
You can't pick up on it again.
They move too quick.
Right, you
Maybe
said
the
you're asking the toads if they want to come with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we should stay here.
All of you think that? That's just 1 out of 11 toads.
I speak for the trees. No, I speak for everyone.
Oh no.
All right, Treebeard.
the
Come on,
trees.
get out of here.
It just
That was
turns
a-
into the Lorax.
Yeah, that was a Lorax reference, not Treebeard.
No, I got it.
Yeah, you're right. You answered too quickly. Treebeard would answer much slower.
Exactly. It'd be
Does
3
Elric make
days
it
later.
very, very far?
Elric, as soon as you take off, even at your even if you dash at your 60 some odd feet, you cannot pick up the ping anymore. How far do you run before you stop?
Oh.
I've got divination magic.
I am upset enough that I run for a minute out of frustration.
Oh my god, I'm following him.
I'm gonna go back to the rope and climb up to the ship.
Okay, make an
Tell
athletics
Sid.
check. So yeah, you run for a full minute into deep. Jesus Christ, that's like, if your high school gym teacher could see you now climbing this fucking rope, just
Makes me feel kind of funny.
But yeah,
There's that lone phantom pop
yeah.
after the fact.
But yeah, you make it a minute into this deep woods, about 600 feet into this deep woods, before you realize that you're not catching up with it. Now, oh, sorry. What were you going to say?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sighing in character. Just out of being just thoroughly upset at being, or having my stuff stolen from me, right out from under me.
And then they manifest into.
And then they used a bean.
And what?
Is it reasonable that I would know what he ran after?
I mean,
You heard me and
yeah.
him have that conversation.
They were just talking about beans, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I... If I conjure woodling beings, could I have them go after the beans? Other quicklings?
Possibly.
You would be more familiar with them, wouldn't you?
Yes,
Yell
summon your
down.
squirrel army.
We have a ship. They're headed the same way.
Are they though?
That's what Nick said.
Okay.
Yeah, roughly the same.
The
Which-
trail went off roughly in the same direction we were already headed.
Elric, I would like you, since you ran off like that and ran for a full minute, I would like you to make a survival check to see if you can find your way back to the clearing.
I'm with him.
Can I help him?
You stayed in the clearing, Rhett. So no.
I ran with him.
If you
I'm
ran
hoping
with
to ask
him,
for the toad's consent to lick.
Why don't you let me make the survival check,
okay,
since I'm trained to do that, and you can help me, wizard.
that works. And you're asking for consent to lick.
I just want to see what happens. I feel like
25.
Sid, I feel
Follow
like
me.
Sid would be really disappointed in me if I didn't.
20, 25, yeah, without an issue, you're able to get you guys back to the clearing. So, okay, let me wrap my head around this. You're asking the pink toad in the Feywild for consent to lick it.
Yeah.
It doesn't care, Nick. It doesn't care.
Yeah, it hasn't cared about anything yet. So I mean,
That's a little weird, but I mean, I
it
guess.
is. I just want to see what happens.
I guess
I'm gonna
if
ask Gwen if she wants to join me.
whatever.
I say astoundingly yes.
Best part is, it was the frog that got high.
So, are you? I cannot believe the sentence is about to come out of my mouth. But are you licking the same toad, or are you licking two different toads?
I think we each get our own toad to lick.
Okay.
I think we each. I
I,
mean, there's
still
so many
make
toads.
eye contact for the record
Oh God.
as I do it.
Yeah.
So okay.
Well, not
All
consent,
right.
guys. 'Cause consent's
With
super
red or the
important.
Okay.
toad?
I'm so mad I climbed up the ship. I'm just staring off the edge.
As soon as you guys go down to reach down to pick up these toads to lick the toads, as soon as you come into contact and you touch the toads, Rhett, the toad in your hand expands into a giant gorilla in front of
Whoa.
you.
Oh,
Gwen, the toad in front of you that you touch, expands into a giant hyena that's just standing there staring at you like.
and then I'm still speaking with animals, so I'm like, cool. Hi, guys.
How am I eye level to the hyena nose?
Pretty close, yeah.
I'm gonna shout down, "Don't lick those!"
I just want to.
Rhett, you hear
I'm
what?
just
What
kiss its
did you?
nose.
What did you do to us?
I don't know.
What
They're just
did
touching you.
What?
Not inappropriately. We just picked you up.
You changed me.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Just calm animal.
Are they upset?
What did they are making an insight check?
Confused.
I want you to think of a Cronenberg movie.
Or animal
Fly.
handling? With a 28,
Oh no.
Rhett,
Aw.
you have no idea. Gwen with a 28, it's a little bit of panic in their eyes and confusion. What
Hold
did
on.
you
I might be able to fix it here.
What did you do to us?
I don't know. We just touched you.
What are you guys
Ask them
doing?
If they still want kisses.
No.
I'm not sure if I want to ask that anymore, man.
Can I reach up and scratch the top of the hyena's head? Scratch behind the
Immediately
ears?
immediately backs away from you after you touched it and it transformed. As soon as your arm
Do you
goes
want to
up,
see if we touch you
it-
again, if
it
you
pulls
transform
away.
back to how you're supposed to be?
I don't know if we can trust you now.
Keep your
man,
we didn't need
goddamn
it.
dirty elf mitts off me.
I'm just gonna. And you see both of them start backing away from you. This large ape kind
What
of
if
like.
hold on. If I
What the
heal them,
fuck?
will that like help?
You can try. You see this
Nick,
hyena.
just
No,
let me
man.
know. Just let us know when the giant turtle and elf burst through the clearing.
Yeah. It'll probably be another
Okay.
probably 30 seconds or so. But you see this giant hyena doing its best to like almost hop away from you because its instincts from being a frog is telling it needs to
Aw.
hop. And you see
Oh
Do you
no!
wanna like come back with us now? Like do you want us
No.
to touch you again to see if it gets better?
Make a persuasion check, I guess.
I mean like okay.
Kill me.
Do I get advantage
No.
because of the silver tongue?
Kill me.
No, Silver Tongue just gives you a minimum that you can't go under.
So it's not polymorph
14.
14.
because they kept their same
It's
mental
like
attributes.
kind of.
I think.
Maybe it might be bad though. And kind of like the giant ape kind of raises one of its front whatever you want to call it, towards you, and kind of holds one finger, like to barely.
Do we like ET? Do we like
Ouch.
ET phone home?
So
Ouch. Yeah.
Ouch. Elliot.
oddly enough, so as soon as you touch it again, about a minute has passed since it transformed, and as soon as your fingers touch, poof, into this big pink cloud, and you see the hyena poof, into a giant pink cloud as well, and they are both gone.
What about the other frogs?
The other
They are
frogs,
hopping
Toads.
away.
Excuse me.
the other
Toads.
toads are hopping away from you at record speed.
I'm sorry, Toads.
So they didn't poof as well, eh?
No.
I'm sorry we
Damn.
killed 2/11ths of you.
What happened to Bill?
Now there's only wiser. There's no more bud. It's just like only partial.
There's
It's
too many.
always gonna feel
Like Bill.
incomplete.
Each time one goes, it's another voice in my head.
Actually, no.
Have
You know
any
what?
of
They
you
improved it because there's 3 sets of 3 that can just completely do Budweiser. So actually, we made it better.
have any of you Baldur's Gate players talked to the rats in Shar's temple yet? Because do that.
Yes, you son of a bitch.
Each time you kill one, it's just another voice in my head. God, what the fuck? Sorry, BG3 spoilers.
Baldur's
for
Gate,
anyone.
why are you like this?
Yeah, anyway. Alright, so as these toads are frantically hopping out of the circle, Elric and Butch, you come walking in just to see a few of the last couple toads hop into the tree line.
Rhett, they're getting away. Do you want me to grab one?
No. We've done enough.
What?
Just-
But I.
No.
Don't touch it, Butch.
No,
It was a
no.
mistake. Don't do it.
But I.
You'll
Wait,
regret it. You'll regret it.
No.
Why?
No.
They'll regret you touching them. That's
Yes.
what will happen.
Are they touching each other?
Touching you.
Who cares? We're not.
Touching
me.
There's a late night
touching
event.
me.
Assuming they don't become pink dust if they touch each other, they should go to town.
Dude,
And
if
go
you
to
touch
town
them,
they
Which
did.
you're-
sucks.
That's what I'm wondering, if they are touching themselves and not changing.
You know
The
what?
two
Some
of-
things can just
can't
be
tell
left
from
to
the
be a mystery, and I think this is one of them.
No, I want answers.
No.
Let's
Yeah,
check
no.
our DM's
They're an
strategies.
opportunity.
Nope,
for
sorry.
You're
growth
gonna make
here.
a toad touch
Speak
itself?
with animals is only 10 minutes,
Well,
and we're
I'm-
all done.
As long as it's thinking about me.
As I was the one who identified the bag, I know full well what happened.
Yeah, you do.
Can you tell us? Do you share?
I feel so terrible. I feel really bad.
Did the two of you actually touch those toads?
Yes.
Yeah.
2 of them. We
Oh,
touched
you
2
got the
of
one-
11.
What?
Once you touch one of those toads in any way, shape, or form, they transform into something and then turn into smoke a minute later.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's about what
Aw.
happened. They were distressed, it seemed.
And I missed it?
While they were
Mm.
poofed.
mean-
Before they poofed, I suppose.
No, they missed it. Get it? Because they turned miss.
Oh.
Misted.
So they're like vampire toads?
Hey guys, what are you talking about?
The toads were.
Which those two toads are gone forever.
Should have stayed down here.
It was a
Get up here.
mistake.
We gotta chase Elric's beanbag.
If I eat the toads, they're also gone forever, so...
Thing is, as soon as they touch your face, though, or your hand, or any part of you, they are
Oh.
something else.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wouldn't...
And then
God.
you have a minute to eat them.
No, you gotta cook them.
Could you imagine Butch
Whatever
trying, just like reaching down with his mouth and grabbing one and it transforming in his mouth? It's like
Delicious.
fucking American History X in Butch's mouth.
Oh,
No!
No, that's an
Wow.
Oh
Ant-Man
my
scenario.
Fridge.
I've got a decent
No.
constitution.
just,
I refuse.
just caused the whole internet to cringe with the curb stomp.
Yeah.
God.
My
Yeah, I'm deliberately
face
not
hurts.
remembering that. Thank you.
when I think of that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
My
so
teeth hurt.
Appreciate you.
Just gotta. Oh, you son of a
That
bitch.
whole fucking movie hurts.
Yeah, let's
from
just talk
all
about
of
it
me.
more. That sounds great.
all right,
We're,
so
we're going
Yeah,
to
I'm
go
all
back,
For those
set.
who don't
Okay,
know what
I'm
we're
climbing the
talking about.
rope.
make
Oh, my
No.
mouth hurts
Yeah.
now. Thanks.
back to the ship.
make
Back
an
to the ship.
anybody who's climbing the rope. I need an athletics check from.
There's got to be a gif of that.
How about you all go up first, and then I make you pull
Maybe.
me up?
Gwen with a 19.
Wow.
Wait
Brett-
a minute.
Gwen with a 19,
Re-
no issue. It's the best
Red,
you've ever
you have the
played.
spell fly, don't you?
Rhett,
I do. I just wanted to see if I could do this first.
Rhett, you're
Oh.
struggling, but you make it up. Your arms are kind of
See?
you got the shakes at the end, where your arms are just like.
Yeah.
But
I'm in terrible shape. I've been drinking a lot with the captain.
Yeah.
Butch with a 17.
Big
Butch with a
shock.
17, no issue. Elric, what are you doing to get up?
I'm gonna check my spell book
Just
first.
hold on to my back. It's not that difficult.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to Dimension Door.
Okay,
I need a-
fantastic.
What? You are so wasteful.
You all are climbing up. You leave Elric on the ground, and then Gwen, you were the first one to roll, so you were the first one to get up, and Elric's standing on the deck, waiting for you as you like climb over the side.
That's such a 1980s cartoon move.
I did kind of do
I
that.
just squint at him real hard.
So as you all climb
Walk
back,
away.
Still doing what I can to maintain the spell for another 9 minutes.
I could have just brought you up here with a fire brigade carry. It's not a big deal.
We are not doing that unless I have nothing left.
I just hop into Bush's
Okay.
arms. I'm like, but it's so much fun.
I'm gonna say, Captain, full speed that way. We got a beanbag to find.
all right, here we go. He just kicks it in and sails furrow. You all feel kind of jolted back as the ship takes sail towards in that general
Elric.
area.
In that
Mhm.
general area, is it full of... I can't remember. Is it your nuts or your beans?
Beans.
Beans.
It was beans in that bag.
Beans in that bag.
All right, well, we're still about
With that one used, there's at the most 8 left.
maybe 2.5 days away from Shinalestra.
Okay.
You can let me know if you get a ping on your beanbag there. But if you don't get a ping on your beanbag, I guess we'll just head and keep on going in this direction. So
Gotta find that beanbag.
at this point,
Let's go up to the bow, Elric, and I'll pull my bow out.
at this point, your bodies are starting to tell you that it's probably cresting into early evening time. Again, in the realm you're in, the light in the sky never changes, but you've been going hard since. I mean, this is still the same freaking morning as you've been to 2 plains, rode on sandworms, fought vine masses, and talked and tried to eat frogs all in one day.
Lick.
Lick frogs, sorry, not eat frogs.
Did not want to eat it, for the record.
It was just a tasting.
So
Asti killed the pink frog. That's
you
what happened.
start feeling the weight of the day wearing down on your body, or weighing down on your bodies, as Elric and Arnon head towards the bow of the ship.
Focusing and concentrating in the direction of where we're going.
And that lasts for what was it, an hour or 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
But by the time we get up to here, I'd say
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to you whether it's
Yeah.
roughly 9 or 8 because of how much we talked.
Well, also, you casted it on the ground. Everyone had to climb up the rope. And all of that. I would say by the time you got up, everyone got up to the ship and everything, you probably only had about 5 minutes left in the spell.
Okay, so I got a good 5 minutes worth.
So as the ship continues to go for the next 5 minutes or so, no more pings. As you feel the magic fade from you.
Can you ritual cast that, or?
Locate object?
Mm-hmm.
No, because it's not a ritual.
Hmm. What level is it?
2nd level.
Oh, then you should be fine, right?
I've got enough in the tank to try it at least a couple more times.
Yeah, you're good.
I mean, you get in magic missile range. Those pixies are toast. Or, they weren't pixies. Quicklings.
Whatever they are.
I'm gonna go see what Mary's cooking up. I go down to the galley.
You walk down in the galley and you see Miri kind of standing there, rolling something out. And she's like, "Oh, hello there, Butch. What can I do for you?"
Oh, just want to hang out.
Oh, I've just made a couple meat pies if you're interested.
I would love a taste.
You seem like kind of a large fellow. I think your idea of a taste is a little different. And she slides over a full-on meat pie.
Oh, but that's a whole pie.
Go ahead. I've got quite a few more back here. Go ahead.
Are you sure? I know this can feed at least 2 people, he says uncertainly.
It's fine, Butch. You need your strength just as much as anyone else.
Nom, nom, nom.
All right.
We got any idea how fast we're traveling in this ship?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Well, after a pie for a snack, I think Butch is going to take his long rest, so it sounds like it's time to go to bed. That was the impression I got.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No, sorry. I'm hold on. I'm
Looking
trying
something up.
to look something up
Oh, okay.
here.
Sorry.
All right. 180 seconds per mile. Hold on 1 second. Divided by 6 is 30. Well, for all intents and purposes, you can the equivalent of maybe like 20 miles an hour in the open skies.
How many feet per turn?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
I was looking it up, and it, from what I've seen, comes to about 50 feet.
Yeah.
So we're not traveling near as fast as those little buggers.
It does not appear like you are, no.
Kind of
Hopefully-
relying on the wind.
Are you going to continue casting until you run out of spell slots for the evening, or what do you think? What's your plan?
Basically.
I'll
Yeah.
stay with him while he expends himself.
So,
Yep.
at 10 minutes a pop, we'll just say for the sake of brevity, another hour and a half or so goes by until you've expended your spell slots. You don't notice, in that time, you don't notice any pings.
After the last one drops, it's like... Don't burn up the Feywild, he says.
Well, there's one thing we've got that they don't got, and that's that we don't have to rest. We got enough crew here to run full all night long, whereas those little fuckers, I would assume, have to sleep at some point. We might catch up on them while you guys are resting.
I am going to go also down to the mess hall or the kitchen where food is and attempt to take a rest.
Easy enough. Is there anything anyone else is looking to do this evening?
Gwen does, even though she is assuming that it will be futile, given where they are and where they probably are. She's going to use the sending stone that Rain gave her, just to like send a message out into the ether, just with a couple updates and lots of missing you. In 25 words, of course.
In 25 words.
Yeah.
After she does that, I'd like to start to learn Sylvan from Gwen.
Okay.
How many sessions does that take then? How long?
It's
I'm speaking for it all.
It's I'll have to look it up again, but I know it's at least a week of study.
Okay.
So.
Nick, I'm gonna swap out Beacon of Hope for Tongues.
Okay.
That's a good spell.
It's such a good spell.
So,
Good idea, yeah.
as you all find rest at one point or the other in the evening, go ahead and take your long rest as the ship continues to careen through the Feywild. And we will go ahead and take our break, because I feel like this is an opportune time to take our break. So stick with us. We'll be back in about 10 minutes as we all figure out what the hell we're going to do next. So we shall be right back. And we are back. So thanks for sticking with us. Let's continue. As you all make your rests that night, you know, uneventful time on the ship. You have plenty of people working the ship during the evening, so you don't have to worry about watches or anything like that. As you arise the next morning, still in the same general direction, same heading. Everything looks fairly similar as it was the night before. Elric, I would like you to roll a D100 for me.
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, it's just D100. What's the worst that can happen?
I don't know what that is. All right. Fantastic. Also need you to roll a d6.
A D6.
Roll a d6.
Oh. I remember one of those things asking for a D6 plus something.
Roll a d6.
No, not D5.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. As you all arise, the ship is yours. What are you doing?
Going back up onto the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Going to look to see if I can see anything and hope against hope that something catches my eye.
Make a perception check for me.
It's a whopping 16.
You still see what appears to be an endless forest below you of multicolored trees and leaves. Nothing unique that you can see.
Don't burn down the forest. Don't burn down the forest.
You know, Butch is in the galley.
Bush is in the galley eating all the breakfast.
I'm telling Elric, just a reminder.
We do have some lovely multicolored eggs that we received from a few odd chicken-esque shaped birds the last time we stopped. I could attempt to fry you up an omelet or something if you would like.
Wouldn't frying it detract from the flavor?
I meant a pan fry.
Yes, but the oil will influence to truly get the flavor. On the other hand,
Excuse me, sir. Are you the chef?
no.
No, then I would
Yeah,
I
we
would
would say that.
absolutely ask you, with respect, to stay in your own fucking lane.
My girl. You're doing her good.
Yes, ma'am.
Can Gwen show up for breakfast brandishing good shrooms she produced the evening before?
Absolutely.
Can you throw these in?
Oh, absolutely. Let me. Kind of takes them from you, kind of sniffs them a little bit, pops one in her mouth. Interesting flavor. They should add a little bit of balance to it. And she starts chopping them up and throwing them in. See, giant bowl with this huge, like this tiny little halfling with like what would typically be like a normal size mixing bowl looks gigantic in her arms, and then this like cartoonishly large whisk as she's whisking these eggs and mushrooms and everything together.
Yeah, Butch can't decide if it's adorable or terrifying because the amount of power she wields
Oh, you see like
with that
Go-
giant whisk.
make a perception check, Butch.
I don't know if I need to. 14.
You see like these veins and these rippling like sculpted muscles on
Yeah.
her arms as she's like frantically beating this egg mixture.
I'm still considering if I need to swap out any more spells. Because, dang.
So, as you two are eating and Elric is attempting to perceive things, what are the other two doing?
Just I'm gonna stay below and read.
Fantastic. Rhett, what are you doing?
I'm working on Sylvan worksheets that one has provided for me.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Can I?
Yeah, we will go with that because I'm learning Sylvan and it's very important to me.
She gets some draft pages from the primer I put together for Rain, so it's all like the sappy shit. So it's like
Oh,
love.
I'm gonna be a very
and, like,
romantic Sylvan speaker.
it's like it's like a pronoun guide in Sylvan, and
Oh my
you
god.
Yeah.
just don't mind
Very
this
socially
part,
conscious.
but yeah, like
So, Elric,
does that mean Butch can learn beatboxing? Do you
I don't think that that's
Rhett?
a language, but like you can
No, but it's
learn.
a proficiency.
I mean, I'm a bard, so I'm sure they can
Yeah,
teach you whatever version of beatboxing I think I'm good at.
amazing.
Elric,
Like,
since you're the only
real life
one that's
Lindsay is super awful.
yeah, Elric, since you're the
Fantasy
only
Lindsay might be
one
alright.
that is on deck, I'm gonna have you go ahead and make another perception roll.
Come on.
Wait for the pop. Wait for the pop.
Let's go.
Active perception roll. Natural 20. Let's go.
Arden's reading.
Yep.
What now?
Something about a bag of something about don't spill the beans. God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Elric.
No, like I actually have that game, and like sometimes like I play it and see and like I'm just like kind of just within your sight. You know what I mean? Just
I'm pretty sure we had that game at some point.
I know mom and dad still have it at their house because I played it with the girls there. So, with a 25, over the course of the next like hour or so, as you are standing on deck looking out, don't notice anything too remarkable up until probably about an hour into the journey. You start noticing ahead of you, some of the trees look a little off. And then you take a closer look and you realize that in this one section of trees, start noticing like some of them, you see like mushroom caps almost, like of these gigantic mushrooms that seem to be just barely poking out of the tree canopy.
Mushroom caps poking out of the tree canopy.
Yes. Very, very large mushrooms.
Please point them out to me.
Whoever else is on deck, I'm going to ask them, do you see that?
Great. I'm gonna do a perception check then too.
Have you?
I'll put down my studies.
You've gone up on deck at this point, then?
Oh, I thought I was just like hanging out on deck. My bad.
Oh, I just assumed you were still. If you were studying, you were still underneath, like in
I
your
like the
cabin.
fresh air because
Okay.
I'm an adventurer.
I mean, if it's
Study
been an
outside.
hour, if it's been an hour, but
Yeah,
she's
it's
probably gonna
outside
go up
school.
there.
Yeah, right. You see a few different colored mushroom tops just kind of poking out of some of the lower, shorter trees.
So I'll shout for Gwen to come take a look.
I hear mushrooms, and then I
In broken Sylvan, and it's really bad, and then I correct myself and just say it in common.
I'm like
in
mud
in
spat.
in Sylvan,
And then I
you
hear-
hear Gwen. There's mud room 4-second Penelope. I don't know why Penelope.
And I have the biggest smile because I think I've done like a really good job. But then I see the confusion on her face and say it in common.
Oh,
so
it's
hard.
just like deep confusion. That good try, and also good news. Maybe I want to believe, and then I run to the side of the ship to try to see it as well. I don't know if I
You
need to
guys
roll
should
for that.
check out the player stream chat in our Discord server for what Gemini thinks Elric looks like. with
Jesus
his beanbag.
Christ! All right. Wow. Anyway, moving on from that.
Oh my god.
So you,
Yeah,
Gwen,
no.
Gwen, you run over to look at the mushrooms. Is that what you said?
I do that.
You do the
I-
that you
I
do so
do.
well.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll a perception check as well.
11.
Luckily, they showed you where they were, so it takes you a minute to focus in on. God damn it! It takes you.
It keeps happening. It keeps happening.
The bottom right
Almost
looks
looks
like
like
something
cats,
from a Chuck Tingle book.
I know. They all kind of do.
Anyway, it takes you a minute to focus in on it because at first you don't really.
That
You
was
don't-
sexy. Sorry.
Oh, that's it. I quit.
Okay, I'm here. I'm focused.
Patreon.com
Mushrooms.
/ those natural ones. Sign up any level. You'll have access to see this stuff.
I don't know if you
You
want
do.
to. That is not a great endorsement.
If you too would like to stymie our DM with pictures that maybe just should not be ever, sign up for Patreon.
So,
You can have access to our player stream chat.
It's fine.
Gwen,
Yes.
it takes you a minute to focus in as to your eyes the tops of these mushrooms kind of blend in with the trees and the canopies around. But after a couple minutes, you start seeing the tops of these like red-capped, brown-capped, couple other shades that are not quite natural, lilacs, lavenders, cornflower blue, perhaps. And you
Wasn't a reference I was expecting tonight.
right. So you notice all of these, and there seems to be about 10 or so in a small little grove.
Can I see anything else?
Uh,
It's just big old
n-
mushrooms.
Not with an 11, you can't see anything else. No. And you see the tops of these caps are like barely peeking out over the canopy.
I want to know more. Can
I can send Edgar down to take a closer look.
I could also just become a bird.
You could also do that.
And then you can
Butch
just speak to me.
see this with his passive perception? Do I have to actively be? I mean,
I would say at this point, yeah, you see it as well.
Gwen, is that good? Is this a good thing?
I don't know. I really want to know more. I've never
Oh.
seen anything like it
Wait. Is
that
this
I
is
didn't
this
make.
this is what's his face? Your mushroom fighter guy.
Rusty?
Rusty Sportman! This is where he's from, right?
I mean, theoretically, yeah. I don't know if this is where he's from, but I'd sure like to eliminate that or confirm that.
Eliminate that orc?
Do it.
You know, like, I don't know if this
do
is
it,
where he's from,
do
like
it.
this particular spot, but like, if it is, cool, I'd like to confirm it. And if it's not, then I want to check it out anyways.
This spore spot.
I wonder
This
what
tag spore spot.
mushroom law is like.
Specifically. Sid, can we slow down for a second?
All right.
Captain? I'm sorry.
I mean, we're not going to be able to catch that pale feller's beanbag if we continue slowing down
Oh
like
yeah,
this.
we
But
should probably.
if you all want to, I
How-
will slow us down.
How fast is the ship going? How fast did we establish?
Roughly about 50 feet around.
Don't ships travel in knots?
Yes,
I have-
technically they do, but
As a giant eagle, I have an 80 feet fly
Yes.
speed. So I could, in theory, go check it out and then return to the ship.
yeah, and I mean you can dash too, which would take it up to 160.
Okay. I am going to Elric, if you want to throw your familiar down as well. Well, don't throw him, like maybe let him fly. If you want to send him down as well, I think I'm gonna, and then I'm just gonna go and just be an eagle. Like I said, mid sentence, just stop. I'm like,
I'm just gonna.
I'm just gonna. All right, so you take off. Are you sending Ethan
Yes,
Hawke,
Edgar.
Edgar the Raven, whatever the fuck his name is today?
Edgar is going over.
So you guys
Hootie will return later.
make your beeline. How close would you say you want to approach to these mushrooms?
as I guess as I get a little bit closer, how big are they comparable to the size of like the average to me? How much bigger are they than me?
Then you as Gwen or you as the eagle?
I thought you were gonna be like me as Sam, and I'm like, we're the same height.
Are you?
Me is that I think Gwen's a little taller, but
Okay.
not by much.
It's not hard.
I think Gwen.
Okay.
She's comparing it to like smallish elf size.
Okay. So the closer you get, the more you realize that this grove of trees is relatively new, relatively young. Still, these mushrooms are probably, if you were to guess from your distance as you approach, mushrooms would probably be about 10 feet tall.
I would say I'd get within 30 feet of them and try to see if I see any movement.
As soon as you approach and get within 30 feet of the closest mushroom, I would like you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, as your mind and your ears are pierced with this incredibly high-pitched shrieking noise that almost sounds like a banshee wail, or something very similar, and all of you on the ship can hear this like loud, high-pitched, like screeching coming from this.
So as soon as I get close, it happens.
As soon as you approach, when you get within about 30 feet or so.
Would I be making that con save as the eagle?
Yes.
So with the don't know how to do that.
Giant Eagle con save is just a +1, so just roll a d20 and add 1.
A 9.
You, like, this is piercing your mind. as you take... Oh, God damn it.
What's up, Butch?
As you take 8 points of damage and you start losing your ability to hold yourself up as you start careening down into the ground close to this, on the approach towards this thing.
Can I, as that happens, slow down and... Oh, shit.
It
Can I
is...
stop my trajectory?
No, because it basically knocked you prone. So now you are falling in towards the treetops. The rest of you, everyone on the ship, go ahead and make a constitution, or go ahead and make a perception check, please. Nice.
I think I noticed.
Yeah, Rhett and Butch, Rhett and Butch specifically, you see, as soon as this, you hear the shriek, you see Gwen's eagle form just crash into
Oh God,
the
how far away?
treetops. From you guys, probably 150, 200 feet.
What is the
Right.
Light level
well,
here?
no. You would probably be closer to about 400 or 500 feet.
Wait,
how bright is it?
an
I mean,
idea.
more or less roughly twilight-ish, because you're right
Okay.
on the edge. What's your idea?
Can we cast the weekly elephant to go get her and bus her back up?
Weekly elephant can't fly.
Because like, wouldn't its steps be like way bigger?
The
we
weekly
can, like,
elephant
catch up
is
faster.
with me, and I'm still in the bunk reading.
Like, I mean, can I go get you? Like, I mean, would it work? I mean, would it work?
Elric,
Go get on
teleport
him.
me to her.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say,
run and get Arns.
yeah, I tell you, go get on him.
So
and-
you would fall roughly about 50 feet from where you were.
Because I'll ride the weekly elephant to take it to her.
Gwen, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Teleport me to her.
Assume that's still as the eagles, so just add the
Correct.
modifier, right? Or the... whatever. The dex.
Correct.
Elric,
Natty
Butch is
light.
about ready to jump off his boat.
resolve what's
you
happening right
take-
now first.
Okay, all right.
Halved. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall through these trees and then hit hard into the ground. Luckily, you're able to kind of roll yourself in bird form to absorb a little bit of the impact. But now you are still within probably, at this point, you're probably closer to about 15 feet from the closest mushroom that you just hear this piercing, shrieking noise coming from it.
It's coming from the mushroom?
That general area, yes.
Is it worse now that I'm closer?
It's a little louder, yeah. But you're struggling to not, like, take your wings, I guess, and cover your ears.
It's my... I'm just wondering if I cast deafness on myself.
You can't
Like, 'cause I
cast
can
an
do-
eagle form.
I know, but I could drop eagle form and then just make my deafen myself. Can I tell where the sound is coming from specifically?
In the general vicinity of the closest mushroom.
I'm gonna step a little bit closer to the closest mushroom.
It gets louder. Make another Constitution saving throw.
Dope. That's sweet. 15.
You take another 7 points of damage as you start feeling the warmth start dripping down the side of your face. as you kind of feel your bird eardrums start to puncture.
I'm gonna turn around, I guess, and back up.
How far?
Like 20 feet.
As soon as you exit that and get a little bit farther away than about 30 feet or so, the noise stops.
Okay. So I'm very close to having to drop the wild shape dropping on its own. Do I see the ship still, or is the ship gone?
You make a perception check.
$27.
Through the canopy of the tree, you can kind of make out the movements behind you, roughly. Hey, Lindsay, we're getting a lot of TV noise from you.
Oh, sorry. I'll mute.
Thank you.
And I don't see anything else.
You see from your angle there, you can see that there are a few other bases of mushrooms in front of you that seem to kind of create this almost like cloistered grove. But that's about it.
And none of them aren't screaming or feel...
Well, currently none of them are screaming. Because
Okay.
you backed up away.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna... Can't cast unless I drop this. I'm gonna, just for the sake of Elric's beans, I think I'm gonna try to get back to the ship.
Fly back without an issue. The rest of you see Gwen Eagle looking a little worse for wear, a little beat up, a couple twigs and leaves hanging out of her plumage as she approaches.
The, like, feathers sticking up,
Yeah.
like all frazzled.
You make it back to the ship without an issue.
All right,
I
so who
drop-
talked Butch into not jumping off the side of the ship?
I think
Oh.
Elric would have attempted exactly once.
Okay.
If Butch had jumped off the ship, I think I don't know that I would have immediately come back to the ship, but I would have gotten away from the mushroom grove to Butch.
Butch,
So I
would
don't
you have
know.
jumped off the ship?
After seeing her look like she lost consciousness and drop, she said, I think you said she was like 200 feet away.
Yes,
Butch,
roughly.
wanted Elric to cast a teleportation wizard spell on him so he could get him to her. If he didn't, then Butch probably would have jumped off the side of the ship, unless he convinced me not to. And it sounds like he would have tried to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Retroactively, Elric, roll. What do you do to try and persuade Butch not to jump? No, please don't.
Babe, no.
As,
No, babe.
As close to that as Elric probably is at that point.
Okay.
Elric would have actually said, "We need to trust that she can handle herself."
Yeah, she is incredibly competent.
Make a persuasion check.
Uh-oh.
Natural 20.
Look at that.
Butch, do you feel
This works.
persuaded?
Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, he keeps you from jumping over the side.
Probably at that moment you see just one wing over the side of the ship and another one. and just backflip onto the deck and then turn into Gwen and just not get up. That's what happens. This world is nightmare. Everything I love turns to ash. I'm done. That's what Gwen is doing right now.
Fantastic.
You had such high hopes for the Feywild.
I really did. And now, like, it's even taken my favorite thing and it's made it scream so loud my eagle ears burst. So, burn it to the ground, Elric.
She looks wounded, doesn't she?
Not not in elf form.
I'm Gwen again, so I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Just my heart is broken. That's all.
Did you
It's
say
emotional
burn it to the
damage.
ground?
At this point, I won't stop you.
Oh,
Okay, I won't encourage you for Butch's sake.
I'm this close.
it won't go well.
Few things do. Are we neutralizing that threat, or are we passing through?
I say just leave it. Maybe it'll slow somebody else down.
You
I mean,
didn't
we're
by
already
chance
going
get a good look
slow.
at what was screaming, did you?
Well, I kind of got the impression that everything was screaming. It did seem like maybe they were around something. My guess would be that that was trying to stop me. I'm willing to temporarily remove my ability to hear if you really want to know what's in the middle of that clearing.
I think I already have an idea of what it is.
Is it
a
one of those
bean?
magic beans?
Is it one of your goddamn beans, Elric?
It's probably one of my beans.
Did the bean make the mushrooms?
Oh, I'm going to kind of loosely describe what a shrieker is. And
You can check
as-
out our shriekers on Those Natural Ones OnlyFans.
Oh
Those
my
natural
god!
OnlyFans.
That shriekers, not streakers. I said shriek.
So did I.
Oh my god. Okay, these mushrooms. Did they stop screaming when you went outside of 30 feet?
Yeah, just about. As much as I could tell in that moment.
And I give probably a harrowing description of what it would be like to describe multiple orifices coming out of the top of mushroom caps that do all of the yelling.
Did I see that
Once you got
from?
yeah, once you got close, you did see what appeared to be a bunch of small holes and openings along the the mushroom cap.
This is not a great mental image for me right now, but I understand what you're going for.
So did Rhett
Understood.
get me, or am I still below?
I don't know. I'm lost. Like I was told, and I went to get you, and then it all kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, I don't know.
when
I
you
got
ran,
lost in the.
yeah, when you ran to get Arnon was about the same time that Gwen started coming back to the ship.
Well, Elric, I suppose there's been more action. What is that? 8 remain, and then there were 8.
Maybe try your
No, at this point that's 7.
maybe try your locator spell now. We're headed the right way.
I'm gonna try it again. Casting locate object.
So you cast your locate object. Still no ping. You still seem to be outside of range of the beanbag.
Okay, I'm going to, at this point, try something real dumb. Got a spell that I've been curious to use, and it seems like now might be the time.
Firestorm?
I cast Burn the Feywild.
I don't have that spell yet. Let's see. Okay, above game DM.
Yes.
Have a rules question. The spell contact other plane.
If you saw it on D&D Shorts, no, it doesn't work. No, I'm just kidding.
God.
Right. Contact other plane. Yes. What about it?
Mm-hmm. Does contact other plane only work on extraplanar intelligences outside of the current plane that I'm on? Or can it just be things that are from a plane not native to mine?
From
But
another
this is a ship. You need contact other ship.
That's not okay.
Do you mean like
okay.
fighter jets versus jumbo jets?
That's not even close to what's being described at this point.
You are going to have to figure that out for yourself. Because I think it'll be fun.
I was afraid you were going to say that. Which means I gotta do it. Fortunately, it's a ritual. Everybody strap in, because this might get a little wacky.
All right, so
Wait, what?
Who are you what are you trying to contact?
Customer service.
I'm trying to...
Lost my beanbag.
I'd like to file an official complaint.
I'm
with
trying
the
to
Feywilds.
contact the quickling that stole my beanbag.
Listen here, you little shit.
Okay, you can certainly try.
We're gonna see if this counts as a semi-mysterious entity from another plane.
So explain to me what this looks like.
Okay. So, the only component for this is verbal.
Mm-hmm.
So I start humming a chant. Humming a chant that, if I remember the quicklings that Gwen summoned, if those made any sounds at all, I would try to hum a chant that vaguely sounds like quickling thief, but in like whatever the hell they sound like.
Sure. Go ahead and make a intelligence saving throw.
Big money.
God, I hope you fail this. Damn! I was really hoping. I I don't hope for you to fail too many things, but I really wanted you to fail that one.
That would have been wild.
So you attempt to reach out to this creature, but it doesn't seem to make a connection. It appears that this creature does not quite fit the parameters of this spell. I just wanted you to go insane for a day.
Yeah, I knew you did. I risked it.
Could he have-
then through like gritted teeth, and just, like as soon as the spell ends, just like, God damn it!
What were you gonna ask,
you-
Gwen?
I was gonna ask, could he have, in theory, burned the forest down if he'd gone insane?
I mean, when you're insane, what?
He can't. He couldn't take action. So I don't
That's-
know
Oh,
how he
yeah,
would
that's
cast
fair.
Spells.
Like,
Yeah, that's
that's
the only
fair.
thing.
he could just like sit there, like
Yeah.
freaking out. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is no feeling of connection. Seems like
Well, that
this
didn't work.
spell was meant to target more unique.
A much bigger deal.
Indeed.
Like
Sure.
maybe one of the targets that we're after here.
Cthulhu.
Potentially.
My patron, maybe.
Potentially.
Oh my God! Could I talk to your patron?
You can
Probably.
certainly try to talk to his patron.
I'm gonna need you to suggest to me to talk to your patron.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl, hey. I'm sorry, did you
What are
just
you
hey, girl?
doing?
Did you just hey, girl, hey, a archangel of the god of death?
Yes.
Look, I really want Tasha's otherworldly guys. I need
God.
it.
What's up?
Do I have to sweet talk an archangel to get it?
Hey, bae. What those
This is why wizards
what those
rely on
wings do?
intelligence.
Well, what them wings do?
What them wings do?
Yeah, wizards are not a wisdom-based class.
All right.
Nope. We we shoot for the stars and occasionally touch the moon.
Yep, sometimes. And then if you fail, the moon touches you.
That's accurate.
Yep.
So after
Did
this,
you guys see the gif of the quicklings running over our speed back?
I was trying not to see it.
God damn it.
Oh,
Son
yeah,
of a
yeah, yeah.
bitch.
So
God
what are you
damn it.
guys? What are you guys doing after this failed attempt to?
You said the boat was going how fast?
About basically 50 feet around, 20 mile an
50 feet
hour.
every 6 seconds.
20 miles an
Uh,
I think roughly. I don't remember.
well,
Something like that. 50 feet around.
Yeah.
20 miles an hour is about 250 feet around. But whatever.
Either way, whatever.
Gwen's still just on the deck.
200 feet around.
Yeah, the 50 feet's every 6 seconds.
Yeah, 50 feet every 6 seconds. So
Yeah, I did the math.
either way.
Off
All right.
to continue to find the one that we need to make a deal with on behalf of Sid and his crew.
All right, Elric, I'm going to try and help you feel better. I want you to answer this riddle or question because you're the smartest elf in the room. Okay? If I write a fan fiction where Theseus and the Minotaur fall in love, and then someone else takes my story, swaps out the labyrinth for a coffee shop setting, and then someone swaps the Minotaur for a different monster, and then someone else swaps Theseus for a different hero, is it still the same ship?
Did you just ship a... Oh, Jesus Christ. There's so many levels to
the
that
answer
joke.
to your writ.
That's so damn good.
The answer to your riddle is 6 to the left.
Fair enough.
God damn it.
Nonsense. Ship of Theseus. Unbelievable.
But
it
we're
still
feeling
the-
better. We're feeling better.
Is it still the romance of Theseus? Or that doesn't. Let's just find this person, place, or thing that we need to make a deal with.
That's fair. And it's what? Rintra?
Huh?
Nintra?
Ninja.
Nitra? I gotta get her name right, because if we mispronounce it, it's gonna be hugely rude.
Neato.
All right. As the day continues, everyone roll a perception check for me. Come on,
Hey, that's a good
Foundry.
one.
I wouldn't know because nothing's updating in my Foundry. The only one it showed me was... Oh, wait, there. They just all popped up at once. All right.
16 isn't bad for laying prone
Well,
on the
and
deck.
I'm really confused too because like what I rolled was not what came up. I rolled a 19 and it said it's a 12.
I
So
must
it should have
have...
been like a 31,
The 19 was Elric's.
Yeah, it
30.
must have popped over to a
Fucked up.
1. Yeah, because Elric rolled a 19. It's just they all came through at the same time. Because it shows you rolled a 1.
All right.
All right, so Butch with a 13, Gwen with a 16, Elric with a 24, Arnon with a 15, Rhett with a 12. Throughout the day, most of you are too busy going about your businesses. However, Elric, about 3 or 4 hours into the trip, you see ahead of you, just barely off in the distance, lights start flickering around a grove of trees that are slightly taller, actually significantly taller than the surrounding trees around them. As you guys approach, as you guys get closer, this is still miles and miles away. It's very difficult to make out any structure at this point, or any not structure, any details at this point. But you start seeing flickers of light amongst these handful or so trees that, like I said, are significantly taller than the surrounding trees.
I'm going to, after seeing that, look up to the crow's nest to see if the barrelman's up there.
As he is.
Gunman,
Yeah, what do you want?
off in the distance.
Alright, I thought you were going to ask me for my gun. Last time I gave it to you, you fucking broke the damn thing, but I'll look for you.
If you could, please.
Alright, let me take a look here. As soon as I find the
Break a
right...
gun one time.
Yeah, you break a gun one time and you're not going to get the fucking gun back.
I was whispering that. How did you hear me?
He looks, he's like, I see... He's like, hold on.
He can read lips. He can read lips.
You see him hold the gun up. Actually, with the scope, it should be an advantage because he's got a scope. I forgot about that. My fault.
Come on.
Although it doesn't matter because it's the exact same roll. No, it's not.
19.
Sorry, it was a 6 and then a 9. He looks, he's like, all right, I see. Yeah, there's definitely something out there. Looks like about 10 or so large trees. Each one has some flickering lights around them. She's like, I think I see some, like, something tied between the trees. There's, like, little strands of something. It almost looks like some sort of structure or something tying all these trees together. I don't know. We're still a little far out. I can't quite tell.
I call up and say, keep watch on that for the moment. Never know what could come out of that.
Wait. Hold on. We've been here before. Captain. Kind of yells down. Shit, did you just fly us back to Sinalestra? He's like, yep. I thought that fucking place looked familiar. Yeah, that's the fucking... the city. The Eladrin city that the Unseelie Court takes up residence in.
Speak up. We can't hear you down here.
Shut the fuck up. Can you hear that?
No, try again. One more time.
I was about to do a voice, but that would be for a character for, you know, a one-shot that's long gone.
Were you about to do the pirate captain?
No, I was about to do, like, speak up for the ones
Oh
down
god,
in the,
that fucking...
in the cabin.
Oh God, I want it so bad.
Kermit the
I
Frog.
miss that so much.
I forgot about Kermit the Frog.
How dare you call that Kermit the Frog?
I mean, he sounds like Kermit the Frog, so...
No.
This was the cost of my dark bargain.
Oh, I want that so bad. Oh, man.
I just picture Kermit and the hooded Kermit, like Kermit making the Warlock pact with his
Yeah,
hooded counterpart.
Do it.
phenomenal.
Sid comes up and he's like, alright, well, part of our deal with Nitra, we can only take you within, you know, about half a day's walk within the... You guys are going to have to make it the rest of the way on foot.
Rest of the way
Okay.
where?
To Sinalestra. Isn't that where we were headed?
Thought we were going on Sealy Court.
Yeah, that's in Sinalestra. The court is a group of people. The city
Yeah,
is
they're coming.
Sinalestra.
I see.
Now, I will get you as close as I can, but then the rest of the way in is going to have to be on foot.
Mystic Seer will show us the way, I'm sure.
Or you could just keep going fucking that way if you wanted to.
That's part of my process.
Now, it'll probably
Right.
take us about another...
You're so just mysterious, Butch. I don't know how you do it.
Probably take us about another 5 or 6 hours to get you as close as I can, and then unfortunately the powers that those fucking Dark Fae have keeps the ship at a pretty decent distance from there, so that's
How
about
are
as
you
close.
supposed to turn the souls in? You
Yeah.
can't get there.
I mean, once we have the required amount of souls, them Fae are
Do you have,
tricky people.
Do you have like a soul jar
Yeah.
or a cursed blade with which to
All
gather
right,
them?
listen here. I might not have gotten all of the correct details of the deal. Listen, I needed a ship, and I wasn't quite thinking clearly at the time. So
You could probably design like a little soul like box that you could like slide out and step on like some type of plunger to open the box.
Are you talking like?
And
Are you
Soul just
Are you
sucks
fucking
down into it.
Ghostbustering?
No, it's
What happened
soul
to your
I'm
bus-
sorry,
accent?
sir. I don't know what that is.
Either way,
Who are you gonna call? Sid.
Sid Haywin.
Soul
Legally
collectors.
distinct.
Legally distinct. Sid Haywin.
Mhm.
Now,
With a legally distinct soul capturing device.
these souls each have a caliber of their own. Anyway.
A soul caliber. Thanks for that.
Let's get ready to touch down.
I mean, we could build an asylum in the basement for our souls.
No, that sounds good.
The basement
Yeah.
of
One of
The boat?
We
Yep.
can,
If you build one of those, make sure the train doesn't go away.
I will, but suddenly all of the souls just must get a cold or something because all we hear is coughing coming from the
You
lower
know,
decks.
what you should have done was build a baseball field down there. Because
I
if
have-
you build it,
No, if you burn it down, Sid will come.
oh God, thanks.
I was hoping to avoid that double entendre.
I don't think we ever can.
I would like off of this ride, please.
All
I
right,
would say
can
burn
we,
it all to the ground, but that's going to compound the problem.
Can we do a montage of us packing and then getting off the boat?
Absolutely. So, as he says, it takes about 5 or 6 hours before he gets on the border of as close as he can take the ship to
Hey, Ulrich,
Sinwestra.
let's make like a tree and get off the boat.
Thank you, Arnon.
He can say
What are we
leaf.
doing?
Can't you say leaf?
Can he say leaf if he means to say
No, leaf. It's a different word.
the L word?
Leave me
The other-
alone.
Yeah, let's make like a tree and get the
Fuck
fuck out of
off.
here.
All right. GTFO it is.
So as the ship gets closer,
Can you say if a part of another word? Like, if you were English and you needed to say lever, could you not say lever?
Same word. Butch is going to go thank Miri for everything.
oh, it was my pleasure.
No, 'twas mine.
Say neighbor, neighbor.
Hopefully,
Pleasure, pleasure.
I attempt to say lever.
Ooh.
Use a soap brand. Just say Lieber 2000. You're golden.
ver,
Lieber, I hardly know her.
ver.
Ooh.
So as you get to the border of, what you can assume is the outskirts of Sinwestra, as the edge of where Sid believes that he can take the ship, he lowers down to where he finds a clearing in that area, lowers down to right above the tree line. Small clearing, probably only like 10-15 foot in diameter, drops a ladder down. Well, if I could, I'd get you a little closer to the ground, but this is about the best I can do. So, good luck to you, and, hey, Gwen,
Yes, Captain.
here, use this when you, I got something for you. When you take care of Nintra, go ahead and speak into this and chuck something over to you.
I grab it and I put it into my Rolodex, already knowing what's coming.
You let us know.
Is your Rolodex like a rock polisher?
Yeah.
Let us know
It's
when
just a tumbler.
when you're done, and we'll come try and pick you up. once you take care of Nitra and and alleviate the deal that we made, and we should be able to fly in closer if we need to.
Gotcha, Captain. I think what it actually is at this point is strung on a string, so you just see me like pulling it out. It's just a big
So you have
giant
nice.
key ring.
you have a
Why is
string.
Gwen
you're,
encumbered?
you're saying
She's
you
got
have
too many
a
phone numbers in it.
string of beads that
No,
you're
discs,
discs.
not beads.
I'm just asking.
I'm not gonna wear my string of beads
You said you were pulling them out
around my
so-
neck.
You said you were pulling them out, so I was just trying to
You gotta
clarify.
put those in Emily Sully's bag of holding.
Oh no.
We have a whole back catalog available on YouTube, everybody. Check it out. And after we've entertained you, go to the patreon.com/thosenatural1s. Because I know you want to.
Exactly.
Don't forget to buy your headphones.
Yes.
Listen to them in your ears and not out loud.
So are you all disembarking at this point?
As I leave, I say,
Oh,
"Come along, Orpheus."
oh, Emery's allowed to say leave. I forgot.
Yeah, as a player, I get to say it.
Your pay contract extends to your real person.
Yeah.
The deal is real. The deal is real.
You did not know. You made a deal with the Fae when you joined this game.
I've been saying get the fuck out of here all this time.
So
hope,
Yeah,
like,
I want to. I
some-
want to like throw my axe at the captain and just like pin him up against like one of the
Whoa.
posts on the ship one last time and just be like, and then just take him back like before I leave, and that like that's it. Just like pin his clothes. And be like,
You should
You
set it on
fucker,
fire
you know?
first.
it's like,
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
All right.
ha.
So as you all,
Threatening the captain with a good time.
Ew.
He knows it's a good time. Like it's all been a good time. Oh my god, I'm sorry for what I'm about to say.
Oh God.
For what you're about to say.
She has never apologized before she has said something.
Preemptive apology.
Oh no.
For the live session, the three of us enjoyed some axe play and it was a good time.
Good time is
That
had by all.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Those natural ones.
Everybody
and
deserves a
fancy.
little axe play.
Fantastic.
That category is right next to sardine to mouth. on our
Practice
OnlyFans
safe.
page.
Axe play.
Anyway,
Axe play, sardine to mouth.
So what do we see, Nick?
God damn it! I
What
forgot-
lies before us in
Forgot
this
about the sardines.
wild expanse?
I forgot about the sardines.
Come along, Orpheus.
Sardine
STM.
trees? Trees made of sardines?
Orpheus follows behind.
STM.
I'll put my arm around his shoulders. We're both a little sad. It's fine. Like it was like, buddy.
See them. We will see them again.
Everyone, make perception checks as you disembark the Whispering Grace.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, bird check. Bird check.
But you got a 20.
Yeah, Butch with a 20, Arnon with a 22, and the dice keep on rolling. All right.
So I was trying to wait because I didn't want my shit to get
Sure. All right. Butch and Arnon, as you all descend into this small clearing, most of you look around and you see, like I said, it's probably only like a 15-foot diameter clearing. It was the best place that Sid could see from up there to drop you guys off. You see the ship banking and continuing off, back kind of away from the city in front of you. You notice very similar surroundings. However, Butch and Arnon, for a split second, you see in one of the trees ahead of you a slight shimmer in the air, almost like heat waves on a desert highway.
We're being watched, Butch says, unsubtly.
Cast alacrity on myself.
I point to where the shimmer was.
What are the rest of you doing? Anything?
Just looking in the direction of the shimmer.
You hear, before you see anything, you hear, there's no need for that. Maybe now we can have a better conversation. As the shimmer goes away, and in an instant, sitting on the branch, you see that same fawn that you saw before. You guys have made it significantly farther than I thought you would.
Satyr or fawn?
I guess it would be more of a satyr, yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Thought it was satyr.
Made it significantly farther than I thought you would.
Ah, is this where we give you polite greetings?
I
Contemplate chucking my fucking spear at him.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome. Again to the Feywild. I tried to warn you that this is not a kind place and not an easy place to get around, but you did
We're
not take
used
my
to
warning.
unkind places.
You did not take my warning. But you still have made it, so
You did take something that we would like back.
oh? And what is that?
A word from my companion.
Indeed. I collect words. Words and names are what I collect. Words and names are my currency. Words and names are my trade. How badly do you want this word? What are you willing to part with?
What's the going rate of a word?
Depends on the need of the word, depends on the value of the word to the person. It is not a singular, it is a fluid.
There are several different ways in which I can say the same thing without that word.
Indeed.
How
Indeed,
about
indeed.
high quality meat snacks? Butch will take out some of the exquisitely delicious
I am not in the market for these kind of things. I'm looking for more intangible, more interesting, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for things that are a little more unique.
What binds this contract that allows you to keep this word?
Ah, that is the thing. It is this place. It is our kind. You should know.
Would you say that you collect art?
In a manner of speaking, I guess you could.
Where I'm
As
from,
words are art, as names can be powerful art.
where we're from, a contract requires consideration on both parts. So what did my friend receive as part of this contract? What was his consideration?
It was not a contract. I asked, and he gave. It was a gift. I asked for a word. He gave me a word without any recompense, without any thought or idea or question of what he would get in return. I asked, and he received, or he gave.
So
I
what's to
have
keep
an
him from
idea.
taking it back?
You think that that was appropriate without him knowing consequence?
Mm-hmm. Appropriate or not, you clearly have not spent very much time here.
That doesn't answer my question.
Enough.
These are the ways of the Fae. If you are not, you
Cool.
have Fey ancestry. I can see it in your ears. You should be aware. If you are not, then that means lack of education on your part.
Your
What was your
condescension
name,
is
creature?
noted, as it is quite often. And I just whisper, like, I whisper in my terrible Sylvan to Glenn. Whatever ends up coming out, like a whisper. She can only hear this. This guy sucks, but I don't know what to actually say.
You hear peanut butter ramen.
What the-
Just like,
Hey,
And I'm just
Elric,
like, and I'm just like nod. I'm like, you know what I mean.
Peanut
it's
butter
like,
ramen.
I don't know that there's anything keeping you from retracting your gift. Maybe you should try taking it back.
I would advise against that. See, the thing about being in the Fae, the thing about dealing with the Fae, once a gift is given, it cannot be ungiven.
What if we kill you?
Then you will have a corpse.
And will that
Yeah.
corpse still possess the word?
I guess you would have to find out.
We're good
Seems
at
like-
finding that out.
Before we escalate this any further,
I'm just talking here,
yeah,
asking questions.
You ask dangerous
Ye-
questions. You might not want to know the answer to those questions.
I won't want to know the answer to the question, what happens if I kill you?
Indeed.
Hmm.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
If I recall correctly, when we first met, you said we needed reservations, and so I am wondering, what did we need reservations for?
Reservations for the Feywild to enjoy your time unchecked and unchallenged. Reservations give you the ability, the safety of the court, the ability to roam our lands with a little bit of protection around you.
does
at the cost of our name.
So you are a smart one. You see through the guise, see through the trickery of some, but not of all, clearly. Otherwise I would be able to leave right now.
You like exchanges of gifts. You like the making of deals.
Indeed.
I have one for you.
As he disappears off of the tree and appears next to you, kind of floating in air, probably about 2 feet to your side. Please. I am all ears, as his ears duplicate on the side of his head. Now has like 6 sets of ears.
I try not to be horrified by that. I reach into my bag and pull out one of the 3 pots of marvelous pigment.
Interesting. This is not
Do
my...
you know what this is?
I believe so. Not my typical exchange, not my typical realm of expertise or my craft of choice, but yes, what would you consider bartering for?
The word I gave to you. I would like it back in exchange.
Oh, that doesn't seem very fair now, does it? Words are power. This is a trinket, this is a toy, this is something I don't need.
what?
A trinket, a power, a toy. This is trickery in a small pot.
as
This
he
is coercion.
as he disappears from one side and appears on the other side, now in the form of a almost like lizard folk. He's like, what use is that to me?
I'm sure there are places that still require you to pass a threshold, open a door, if you will.
Disappears again, reappears on the other side of his normal face. He's like, this trinket you offer me is a mere fraction of the abilities I possess naturally, so this is the real thing.
How much do you really want to say? Leave. like,
I need
like, how much do you really like? There's so many. Let's grab a thesaurus the next time we go to a show. Think.
Okay,
What-
this is what I do in an attempt to show him the power of this trickery. I then take a brush and, assuming that this works as a loophole, I write the word leave on the ground.
So you attempt to write the word leave on the ground, and in your mind and in your vision, you see the word leave. To everyone else surrounding you, you see a different word. You see the word let's. I am in the market for words and names.
What happens when you get a name? When you take a name?
That is not for you to know. That is something that I possess.
What happens to the person whose name you take?
Oh, I assume that they go on living their life as it is, as it were. Only minus one small detail.
Insight check on whether or not he's minimalizing it to be a fuckhead or not?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Just leaving out the part where he conjures you whenever he wants.
Yeah, 24. Insight check on Mr. Tumnus.
Thought I got one up on him. I did not.
I can write.
This pause in the Feywild brought to you by
Rhett, he seems
people.
pretty chill. He seems pretty honest.
He seems
As an honest as a Fey can seem.
He seems honest about his very vague description of the thing that he said.
Exactly.
Got it.
That sounds like the Fey.
See, I don't know if we give him Hugh's name, if that's going to be good or bad.
Now, unless you are here to trade in things that I are actually in need of.
We don't know how you need anything because you're not giving us any information. We can't help you without you helping us.
Well,
I told you
Like,
what
since
we'd love to try to give you something that's
I
of
told
value to you, but
I-
like with
I told you what
difficult
I
to
was
do that.
I told you what I was in the market for. I was in the market for words and names specifically.
Right.
If you are not,
But we don't know what value it has to us to give to you.
Would it
Because
be
we don't know what you'll do
possible,
with that.
since my friend was
He's
so generous
never
with
gonna tell
you,
us.
Yeah. So, I mean,
might I have a word, a small word, a word of your choosing?
a word of my choosing, any word.
What?
Butch asked for a word from
Wait,
Dumbness.
did you ask for? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Since you, this character, since I'm speaking to him, since my friend has been so generous with you, perhaps you might give me a word of your choosing,
Ah,
and in this way, we might know the usefulness of it, and it would show your willingness to work with us.
make a
It would show your generosity.
Make a persuasion check.
22 is pretty good.
22 is pretty good. A small word of my choosing to give to you. That's good faith.
Yes. And I am an esteemed cleric of the goddess Sunin Mumbo of Saloon.
I'll do you one better. Since his word was small, the word that he gave me so generously of you, thank you, my pale fey friend.
Staring a cloud of daggers into him.
Since the word he gave me was small, I will offer a large word. But since small words and large words are not necessarily interchangeable, I will make you a counter deal. You tell me another small word of my choosing, and I will give you a large word of my choosing.
You pick both?
Seems he's more than skewed that in his own favor.
I'm interested. Do you not possess the word unless you get it from someone else?
Words are power. Words are tools. Words are parts of things that are needed to move thoughts from here to out there.
Did you not have leave before you got it from our friend?
There's a difference between saying a word and having a word. I could say the word leave, but I did not have the power of the word leave.
So your own words have no power?
In a manner of speaking.
I feel like you might be onto something.
What is it that you need? Since clearly a simple like for like exchange is not working, what is it that you are looking for? What is it that I can barter with? You tell me what you need, and I will determine the value in words and names and let you know what would be a beneficial quid pro quo, as it is.
What would you say if I told you what we need is for the interdimensional realities, the planes of existence, to stop crashing into each other?
That is a little beyond my scope here. I am not quite there yet. If you need an item, if you need directions, if you need a way in or out of some place,
I'll tell you 3 things that we need.
What are those 3 things?
150 souls. The location of the Twilight Coven. And a way to leave this realm without time changing.
I can give you one of those. I can tell you where the Twilight Coven is. I can also You, and he points back to you, Elric. I feel like a word is not the only thing that you lost, is it? There's something else, as he pulls an item from behind his bag, that you might have misplaced, as you hear the shaking of beans inside of the little leather pouch.
Okay, hold on.
And then as soon as he does that, he
hold,
waves his
please.
hand. He waves his hand, and it disappears from sight. So, I can give you location, and I can give you your precious little beanbag back. In the exchange for just two small, itty bitty little words.
I am tempted to
Can they
actually
be
throw the
any
spear at
words?
him.
Can they be any words?
No, two very specific words that I will let you know if you take the deal.
I think I only have big words. When a person gives the word, do they lose the ability to do the thing?
Brabble. Kerfluffle.
Kerfluffle. Onomatopoeia. God damn.
Gastopia.
Because I don't want to give a word and then lose the ability to do the thing the word does.
You can still do the word the thing does. You just will not be able to say the word.
You just
And
have
these-
to take a pill first.
These, and if it lasts more than
Serendipity.
4 hours, make sure you consult your local cleric.
Calligraphy.
Anyway, there are two specific. There are two specific.
Facetious.
I'm
And
gonna-
here's the best part. The words that I require are not words that are not interchangeable. You can still use other words in change of those words and get your point across and make your position be felt, be made.
What happens
However,
if we
To
accidentally...
Elric's head.
I'm sorry, what?
one at a time, please. I cannot answer both of you at the same time.
I'm speaking to Elric's head,
Okay.
not to
While you're
Thomas.
speaking at Elric's head, Red, what are you saying? I'm still doing the voice.
What happens if we use the word
You
and we're not supposed to?
You
Do you
will
know what happens?
unfortunately not be able to use the word anymore. It will not permeate from your mouth. Permeate? I think that, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean.
I tried to write mine down. That didn't work.
We only get to know the words before the deal is made.
You want to know the words before the deal is made.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have a whole litany of words I'd be happy to give you.
I'll give you Beats, Bears, and Battlestar Galactica.
Son of a bitch.
I promise you that these words are common, short, tiny little words. That one of the words is only one letter, and they are interchangeable with other words. So to make the deal, you will get the information you seek and the object that you have been scouring the Feywild in
I
pursuit
tell
of.
Elric in his brain, just let me give the words. And I look at him for something, some kind of...
You do not get a response from Elric.
Does he even look at me?
I look at you for a second, and then, like, I am laser focused on this satyr with far more power than he should ever appear to have.
So tell me one more time exactly what you give us if we give you what you want, which are those two totally unimpressive words.
It's an even exchange. For one word gets one object, second word gets a location. First word gets this fine gentleman's beanbag that you have been scouring the Feywild for. Second word gives the location that your other friend here was looking for, the location of the Twilight Coven as it were.
I take it you can't help us with the travel from this dimension problem.
I would not be able to do that, no.
Do you know someone who can?
I know many people who can.
Are you in good terms with any of them?
That is the question, isn't it? I know many people who can. I do not know many people who will.
I'm going to look at Gwen after he makes that last explanation, and then I'm just going to, through gritted teeth once again, just nod.
No, but I have a word. Wait, so you will only do it for words of your choosing? I have an excellent word. I have a fantastic word.
Would you like
I
to
have a
give me
word
your
that can mean almost anything.
Would you like to give me your word as well?
Well, it's hard to know if you won't tell us what words you want.
Again, if we have a deal, I will tell you the words that I need in response to these objects and
I
information.
have a counter offer.
Please.
We or I give you 3 words. You give my friend his beanbag back. You guide us to the location of the Twilight Coven. And you introduce us to an entity that can help us with our travel problem out of this plane.
All this for 3 words.
3 things for 3 words.
My word is a very,
And
very,
these are
very big word.
Weak, tangible things.
But are these
No, my word's a big word.
Are these words of my choosing? Are these the words that I need?
No, this
That
is a
the
word that I
question.
have.
The words of your choosing are not the words that you need.
No, the words of my choosing are the words that I need. That's what I'm asking. Are the 3 words that you are offering? How am I to know that these are the words that I need and the words of my?
If you get to choose, do you agree to his terms?
The latter would be a problem.
Well, my word is a word of creation and destruction and disruption.
If you would like to give me your word as well as good faith, then we can go ahead and proceed. But there's 2
Can
words.
I tell you the word without you taking it?
The entity that you introduce us to for the travel thing cannot be a member of the Unseelie Court.
That will definitely be a problem then, because that is not something that I am in the right place to provide at this juncture. Now, I have given you my offer. Do we have a deal?
2 words for the beanbag and guiding us to the Twilight Coven?
2 words for the beanbag and the location of the Twilight Coven.
It's got to be a guide.
Yeah. How about 3 words for the beanbag and guiding us to the location of the Twilight Coven?
How about 2 words for the beanbag, and he produces a glowing crystal that you see pulse ever so slightly.
Is that a dowsing rod to the Twilight Coven?
That's one way of saying it.
2 words?
2 words for these 2 objects. This object will get you closer, or get you to the Twilight Coven, whereas this object is the one that your friend seeks.
I'll take it.
Do we have a deal?
Or I'll give it. If you give my friend his beanbag and my other friend your crystal, tell me what words you want.
First, he holds out.
They can have one from me.
First, he holds out the beanbag. I need the word. How do I say? A word that you say when you're able to do something. Also can be a small container.
Can you use it in compound words?
Check chat.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if you can say cannot after you give away can.
That is not a small word.
But there are other words you can use in place. Such as will and able and
May.
may. Thank you.
And we
I
just
don't
say,
know. May you?
This is the deal. Take it or leave it. You agreed to the deal. So, I need you.
can.
Hands you the beanbag, and you are no longer able to say the word can. Finally, produces the crystal, which is a more or less like a crystal ball. Slightly opaque, kind of like a milky white. Every few seconds you see a pulse. For a guiding orb to the Twilight Coven, I need a word, specific word that you use to describe yourself when starting a sentence, when talking about what you are, what you are willing to do. One letter.
I am unable to imagine how you believe that's a small word.
It is a small word. It's only one letter. That's very small.
That's one of the biggest words we have.
You made
Did
the
you
deal.
Rest,
accept
that is a
an
very
alternative
large word.
spelling of that word?
You made the deal. Now please provide what you offered. As he holds this,
EYE.
as he holds the ball out.
Sounds like for that object, one of us is going to be referring to themselves in the third person for a while.
Or with
Hold on.
horrendous grammar.
Hold on. I have an idea. Hold on.
So,
Hold on.
Currently holding my beanbag for the first time in weeks.
it's been 20 or 48 hours.
In game,
This
it's
is a
been
long
weeks.
shot.
I did
I already know
immediately
you're gonna
hand
say
it
no.
to him.
I don't even.
I already know you're gonna say no. Can I command him to say the word I and then basically trick him into stealing it back from him?
I mean, you
Can I cast command?
You can certainly try.
We're over. I just want to try something. Like,
Try it. What's the worst that could happen?
I'll
Of
offer
game.
him a beholder.
I don't know. There's a lot of
stock.
worse that can happen.
What's the save on command? Please tell me it's a wisdom save.
Then no, I'm not going to do it. If you're saying, please tell me it's a wisdom save, then clearly it's a terrible idea. So no, I'm not going to do it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. Yeah, I don't. Never mind. I thought I had a couple of things I might be able to do, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Turning back
Did
to
we-
you, Gwen. Are you
Above board, have we discussed homophones where it's this different words, same sound? Like if
Yeah, that's why
I
that's
gave
why it's
him
like
I,
EYE or AIE.
can I say eyeball?
Yeah.
You can certainly try. I would say yes, you would be able to say like eyeball because I is not the same word as eyeball. Now, you made a deal. Are you going to uphold your side of this bargain?
Oh, I almost said it. May this being
I'll do
offered
it.
you an eye stalk instead? And then I literally pull out a beholder eye stalk. And I hope that he just takes that
No.
word.
That is not what I'm looking for, and I think you know that.
What if
I'll
my...
do it. It's fine. Yeah.
You know what
I
this
was gonna even
means.
I was gonna even try to see if I could make Elton speak. That's actually what I was looking for. But I can't. Yeah, I know what it means. It's fine. I don't think it's gonna be we're aware of what it means. So we will make the decision to no longer use the word I while in the Fae, right? It's just during when we're in the Fae.
Elric couldn't say leave in
No, it's forever.
Sully's plane.
Yeah.
Perhaps the
Fine.
priest should do it, since I live
Rhett,
and
are you?
serve another. Rhett, don't.
This is a big decision for Rhett.
Rhett, don't.
Yeah, well, Rhett really really needs to go to bed. So Rhett says yes, that's fine. Yes, it's fine.
Say the word.
I.
Hands you the orb. Finally. I appreciate your deal. I appreciate the patronage and everything. Takes a step back, closes his eyes. I can leave. You see him disappear.
Wait. Oh my god, I wanted to make a deal with him. And he's gone. What a jerk.
You see...
We just set this fucker free. Burn it down.
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and call it for the night. So...
I wanted to make a deal.
Thank you all for sticking with us, and we will see you next week, Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Time. YouTube.com/@ThoseNaturalOnes, Twitch.tv/ThoseNaturalOnes, Kick.com/ThoseNaturalOnes, and Trovo.live/S/ThoseNaturalOnes. So, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for sticking with us, and we will see you next week.
Hopefully we don't roll a natural 1 when it comes to dealing with the Fae again.
Have a fantastic evening. We will see you next week.